Hello everyone, my name is Nagihan, but you can call me Nagi, and I decided to make this video because I wanted my subscribers and anyone who's interested really to get to know me better. And I'm gonna try to keep this as brief as possible because I do want to share things about myself, but I also don't want to share too much because I love my privacy and I want to keep it that way. Just respect each other and please don't stalk me. Please. But yeah, you can call me Nagi and I will be looking onto the side because I have my notes right here. So if you see me glancing onto the side, I'm just letting you know from the very beginning. So I started posting YouTube videos as a way to express myself and as a way for other people to get to know me. But at the same time, I wanted to create some sort of community to find people who share the same interests and opinions like that I do. Because I've always been the type of person to hang out with people that are similar to me. I can hang out with people that are different, but that only lasts for a short time, and it's usually I have like a very surface level relationship with them. It can never really get any deeper than that. I just wanted to have fun without restrictions and explore the world more. I am a curious and intuitive person by nature, and I just wanted to do something more. I wanted to explore the world more, and what better way than to find different topics and talk about them with you here. And my goal is to turn this into some sort of time capsule that I can look back at in the future and just enjoy it. Look at the old me and see what kind of a person I've turned into. So I am 24. I was born on the 21st of December. And so that makes me a Sagittarius, if people care. I am also an INFJ, which is like what type of MBTI personality you have, I believe. And I did it once. I kind of looked up what an INFJ is, and I never really cared much about it. I'm not gonna lie, I did it years ago. I don't even know if I would get a different answer if I did it again. I also want to publish my first book next year. I'm currently writing it. And I have no idea if I'm going to go for the traditional route or not, or if I'm just going to self-publish. I'm still looking at all of my options, honestly. On Instagram, I am active with how far along I've gotten with my book, but I've stopped posting about that because now it's very irregular writing. I've gotten back into it again because I do want to finish my first draft before the end of this year. I'm currently studying literature, and it's the only thing that I was passionate about. I wouldn't say that I love university, but thinking of where I'm from and with what's going on in the world, I feel privileged and extremely lucky to be able to attend a higher education. So that's all I can say about it. It was the only thing that I liked, really. That's why I went for it. Also, I'm learning German. So if there's anyone watching this that knows German or is also learning German, please hit me up so we can study together. I'd love that. So yeah, learning German because maybe, who knows, I'll use it in the future. But also it's a great language to know because it's spoken a lot. So I was thinking more about how it was gonna contribute to my success in the future, if that makes any sense. I would prefer it if women messaged me, but if you're a man or whatever you identify as, you can message me. We can learn German together, but please be respectful. If you're not, you're gonna get blocked. I've had too many weirdos contacting me and I do not want to deal with that. Ich lerne jetzt seit etwa 6 Monaten Deutsch. Wenn also jemand eine Nachricht schicken will, damit wir es zusammen lernen können, dann bitte. Auch bitte respektvoll und freundlich sein. German is hard. I know it's hard. My accent is not there yet. It's somewhere, but message me. So when it comes to hobbies and interests, not gonna lie, this video would take so long to make, but I'm just gonna go through some of them. I wrote this yesterday, and I'm just gonna go through whatever popped up in my head. And if anything new pops up in my head, I'll mention it. So The only show that I can come up with right now that I don't know, I just loved so much was Sense8, Sailor Moon, but I hated Tuxedo Mask Man actually. What is he called? Tuxedo Man? Whatever. I didn't like him. Because, like, the second the Sailor Moons were about to, like, win their mission, Tuxedo Mask Man would come and save them the day, but they were smart enough to do it. So I don't know, I just never understood his purpose. I feel like if he was a character that they introduced later on in the show, I'd be fine with it. But I love the Sailor Moons, and watching that as a kid was so empowering, and I don't know, he just kind of ruined it for me. Oh yeah, when I was a teenager, I learned how to do the splits. I tried to learn how to do the splits, but I accidentally pulled something and I never tried again. I won 2 swimming medals in high school, ninth grade specifically. One was bronze, another one was silver, but it was a very small school, so it wasn't that difficult really. If I try to win the same medals like in the other high school that I went to, I would never win. No. So I love journaling. I have all sorts of notebooks. I have a scrap journal. I have a notebook where I write all of my YouTube video ideas. I have a journal / diary, if you want to call it that, but it's mostly just a journal because most of the time I'm not even writing secrets down there. It's just my thoughts and opinions, really. I have a book where I keep all of my book reviews, and honestly the list just goes on. I like writing. I prefer writing over typing, but that's just me. So my reading pattern changes on the lifestyle that I'm currently on, the life pace mostly. So for example, in high school, I would be able to read, let's say 300 to 400 page books in 1 or 2 days. And then I went through a reading slump, got back into reading again, and it would take me, again, the same pace. I'd read books really fast, but now it takes me around 5 days to a week to read a book. But that's also because I've been trying to practice doing things slowly, or just at a more stable pace, if you want to call it that. Trying to look into ways to lead a peaceful life. Also, I stopped speaking as fast as I used to, and I just want to take my time, formulate my thoughts, and actually make sense, you know? That's also the reason why I deleted TikTok, because everything was going on so fast, and people were also talking fast. And I even put a time limit on my apps because I need to get things done. I can't be on social media. Like, this book is not gonna write itself. So yeah, I'm just I've decided to be more calm with myself, take things more comfortably. I also want to add, when it comes to books, that having a reading list, really, I still have a reading list, I still have a TBR list, but I changed my mind about that because it's realistically, if we're being realistic, it's literally impossible for me to read every single book that's out there in this world. So I just wanted to take this a bit slowly. Also, because I'd read books, and literally, if you asked me a week later to explain the book to you, but using some details or trying to remember the names of some characters, I wouldn't be able to. And it sucks because I know we're not supposed to remember everything that we read, because I'll insert a quote here that I love. I can't remember it, but there's this quote that goes perfectly with what I'm trying to say. I'll put it here. And yeah, I just want to be able to at least remember a little bit more about my books. You know, look at the title and be able to at least tell you something about it. Not looking at a book that I've read before and my mind going completely blank. I just don't like that anymore. I want to at least be able to remember the feeling or something about it. I mean, can you tell that my memory sucks? As a wannabe author, which will happen next year. It will happen next year. I also don't like it when people ask me what my favorite book is, who my favorite author is, or who my favorite critic is, because it's more of a passion, something that I enjoy doing. I don't do it for the culture. I don't do it for the art, let's say. It's only because I enjoy doing it. Also, the problem is that my opinion changes a lot. All I can say for now is that what left an impression on me is the book My Coffee Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and the Italian author Italo Calvino. I enjoy mobile games, but not the PC ones because they're a bit too complicated for my brain, but the mobile ones are pretty simple. I'm also obsessed with Wordle right now. It really makes me stop and think and concentrate. So I'm just loving it. And the only mobile game that I'm playing right now is this game called, I think it's for children, the Lemmings and Solitaire. I cannot choose a favorite song either. Don't ask me who my favorite singer is, don't. But the only artists and songs that I can think of right now, and I actually do follow these artists to this day a lot, is a song of theirs, Four Non Blondes, What's Up, which is also from Sense8, ABBA, and EXO, and random classical playlists that I find on YouTube. Also, there's a playlist that I would say has changed my life. It has helped me in moments of distress, in moments where I just needed some peace. And it's called Songs to Make You Feel Safe and Okay. And once it was even deleted off of YouTube, and I was so scared that I screen recorded it actually, and it's on my phone right now. But I'll share the link in the description box. I watch Formula One from time to time. And it all started because during the pandemic, I was so bored and I was scrolling through Netflix and I saw Drive to Survive. I watched it, got hooked on it, and I've been a Formula One ever since. I've been a fan. I don't have a favorite food. I don't have a favorite cuisine. I am a picky eater, but I don't let my pickiness stop me from trying new food. I'm always interested to eat things that I've never tried before and just, I don't know, even if something doesn't look appealing to me, let's say it has a vegetable that I don't like peppers, I'll still try it because I want to know what it tastes like. During the pandemic, I bought this instrument called kalimba, and I'm going to read to you what it is. So the kalimba is basically a westernized younger version of mbira. Mbira are a family of musical instruments traditional to the Shona people of Zimbabwe. If I mispronounce any words, I deeply apologize. I'm so sorry. And the kalimba has been stuck in my bottom drawer, but I do know how to play it a little bit. And in the future, I do want to learn it along with the saxophone. I'm absolutely gonna learn how to play the saxophone. It's such a soulful instrument that I need to learn how to play it. Unless when I go to classes and if it turns out that I just can't even follow a single musical note, then I'm just gonna have to give up because there's nothing I can do. I also don't like the fact that physical books are getting more and more expensive. I do love the physical ones more than, let's say, having a Kindle or reading books on my phone. And I don't know, I just love the way they feel. I love their scent, and it's sad that they're getting more expensive. But now what I do is that I'll buy an ebook, I'll read it, and if I like it a lot, I will buy the physical copy of it. So when it comes to books, my favorite genres are thriller, crime, horror, because they're the only ones that keep my brain thinking. Like, I'm constantly hooked on it. I'm always looking at the clues, looking at the hints, trying to connect things together, and trying to, of course, figure out who the killer is, always, or who the freaking ghost is. But personally, I still haven't tried writing in those genres yet. Right now, I'm more focused on books that talk about family matters, real life stories, and situations that people go through. The type of books that I'm currently writing, if we use a specific genre, I would consider them to be slice of life, but that's a term used mostly for anime. But yeah, that's what I'm usually writing, honestly, because it's the only thing that I, as a young author, a person who wants to be an author, it's not only the easiest thing for me to write, but it's the few genres that I connected with. And that's where I just found my passion. I was inspired to write the most stories about, so that's where I'm starting, for now at least. In the future, I do want to try other things. I'm also a big advocate of talking about the menstrual cycle, so periods, because I have PCOS. And it's sad that women are shamed for something that, we cannot control. And we should not be ashamed of our periods or the struggles that we go through. And there should be space for us to talk about them openly. Because to be honest, well, I knew there was something wrong with me, and after I got diagnosed with PCOS, it changed my life drastically, and there's no reason for it to be considered as such a controversial topic depending on the cultures that you're from, because I know that in the West, women are a bit more free to talk about it openly, but that doesn't mean that it's like that everywhere else around the world. I have never been in a relationship, but I also don't want to force myself to be in one, because I don't want to attract the wrong type of attention. I just want to be patient, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't want to attract a psychopath. I don't, please. I'm currently watching a Discovery of Witches, and I'm loving it. The leads are amazing. Their chemistry is astronomical, honestly. If they were such a perfect pairing, even all the other actors, they did such an amazing job in that show. And I plan on reading the books next, because from the reviews, they're saying that it's one of the best book to TV adaptations, and at least that's what the people are saying. But I do want to read it for myself and then see if what all of these people are saying turns out to be true. I'm really curious, actually. But I have the 3rd season left, and then I'm gonna start reading the books. What else is there to say? I'm trying to fix my sleeping schedule, because I need to get things done. I need some order in my life, and no matter what, I don't care what time I go to sleep, I'm gonna wake up at 9 a.m. I'm always going to wake up at 9 a.m. and this is the 2nd week that I've been keeping up with it, and it's going great so far. I also hate it when people are loud in public spaces. You can be loud when it's appropriate. Even in public spaces, if let's say there's no one there in a park or in a restaurant, sure, be loud. But please be aware of your surroundings. Know when to be loud and be respectful. I am agnostic, but I love learning about other religions. I love it when people tell me about their beliefs, about their spirituality, and I'm always open to learning. Naturally, I'm just a curious person, so I just can't help it. I need to know. I want to adopt a cat or a dog in the future, but I'm still not sure, because they're a huge responsibility, but future Nagi will decide that. And that's only when I live alone, not with my family. The only goal that I have with my YouTube channel is that by the end of 2025, I want to reach 10,000 subscribers. But that can only be reached if I'm active. So if I'm active, then it's going to be possible. If I'm not, then I have to throw that goal out of the window, basically. Because why should I lie to myself? Also, I'm switching my plushies around so you can see them. So when I think about the content that I want to create, I don't really want to restrict myself. I do not want to turn this into a channel that only talks about literature or only books. I want to explore different topics. I want to try many different styles of video creation, and I just want to do something that's different and pulls me away from reality. Now I think I want to get into how my channel's name was created. So as every other person does, I have a lot of emails that I use for different reasons. So some are for work, some are for sites that seem sketchy, and with that email I have no personal information and it's all fake data, so I'll just give them that. And when I first opened my YouTube account, when they were asked for like a username, I put Little Cloud in it. because I love clouds. I've always loved the sky. But then when I thought about opening up a YouTube account where it would be public and I would post videos and try to communicate with other people, I thought so hard about what kind of a name I should give my YouTube channel. And as I was looking at different names, I just settled on Nagi's Little Cloud because I was like, Little Cloud is already a cute name. And I should just add my name to it, Nagi's Little Cloud. And because I'm just going to read from the text that I wrote, because I love the sky, I love the clouds, really anything to do with it. I love it when it gets dark, when it's cloudy and gloomy. It feels like a different universe, honestly, looking at the sky. I can escape entirely and imagine a different world. So, well, of course, as I mentioned, when the time came and I wanted to give it an official name, I went for Nagi's Little Cloud. And when it comes to my viewers and what I wanted to achieve with the name and the account, I thought of it as a place, as a cloud, where people can chill, feel comfortable, and escape their life for even just a second. My friend helped me with a logo and the design, everything regarding the design. And she has done, I believe, the majority of the thumbnails. I think now it's 50-50 because sometimes she's busy with her work as well. But of course, she has also helped me with the intro. She's a graphic designer, so she helped me with this part. I also want to learn Latin. I kind of was just attracted to the language because of the freaking classical piece of Fortuna. I don't know, I just love that piece so much. And when you think about it, a lot of alphabets, languages, took from Latin. It kind of just makes sense. I feel like if I learned Latin, I would understand the world more. I also wanted to ask some of my friends and my cousins, like how they would explain me to other people, let's say personality-wise. And they said, one of my cousins said, chill and easy to talk to, and clean and organized. Clean and organized kind of shocked me, but it kind of also makes sense because I do keep my space tidy and clean. And with that being said, I think I shared too much already. Random strangers on the internet getting to know me kind of freaks me out, not gonna lie. But I also do want to create something meaningful, so of course I have to be open to the idea. So if you have any other questions, comments, video suggestions, anything really, you can message me down below. Say anything you want, introduce yourself, share anything that you want about yourself. I don't mind. Let's get to know each other. I'm all ears, really. Thank you for watching until the very end, and see you next time. Bye!